guys, this is chapter 4, lesson 4-2, writing equations in slope-intercept form. And your lesson starts on page 226. There's some great examples there, but they're all written out for you. So I'm going to start by looking at page 229 and work some examples for you. Remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Also remember that we can find the slope of something by finding the rise over run. And if we know points and we need to do the math, we can do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Make sure you're starting to take good notes in your math notebook these days. All right, so I'm going to start with number 1 on page 229. It says, write an equation of the line that passes through the given point and has the given slope. And so I have a point at 3 and -3. My line goes right through this point. It's not the only point on the line. There are infinitely many points, but I have one example. And I know that the slope is 3. So if I was graphing it, I could find this point, and then I could do the rise over the run, 3 rise and run 1, and I could graph it. But I actually just want to write an equation. And I'm going to start by having y equals mx plus b as my foundation. Whenever I do this, I have to have a slope and a y-intercept. Well, I know that the slope is 3, so that's awesome, but I don't actually know what the y-intercept is. And so I can use the point to plug in some values and solve for b. This isn't the only way to do this. I actually have been teaching it slightly different, but we'll go ahead and do it here. This is a y, and hang on, let's get rid of the x that I had written in there. And this is the x. Okay, so this is y, and this is x. Nope. This is slope, this is x, and we don't know what b is, so we can solve for it. -3 equals 9 plus b. We are going to subtract 9, and we get -12 equals b. So we can now write our equation with all the right things in it. Y equals, still going to use slope, 3x, and then we have to put in our b. Instead of putting plus a -12, I'm just going to write -12. And so that is the equation that I was asked to write. Let's do another one. Number 2 says we have a point 2 and 4, and slope is 2. So I can use this information to write in y equals mx plus b, and I am going to use a y. I'm going to use an x. Oh, I did it again. Well, that's slope also. X and slope happen to be the same thing, and solve for b. So 4 equals 4 plus b. Subtract 4 to get b by itself. B happens to be 0. Oh, do you know what? This is a direct variation. So if I go y equals slope 2x plus b, I don't really need that plus 0. So I just get y equals 2x. So this equation is directly proportional. It is a direct variation and just happens to go through the origin. All right, jumping down to example 2, or it says example 2 from the lessons, but I'm actually doing number 5. We have, it says write an equation of the line that passes through each pair of points. So I have 4 and -3, and 2 and 3, and this is all the information I have. I always need a slope, so I'm going to calculate slope first. Slope formula, remember? Y minus y over x minus x. So watch out for those negatives. Use calculator if you need to. 6 over 2 minus 4 is -2. And this is -3 for slope, and I need a b. Okay, now I have more information than I need. I can use either of these 2 points, and I will get the same answer. So I'm going to pick a y. In this case, I'm going to use 3 equals m is slope, and then I need the x that went with my y. That's 2 plus b. I'm solving for 3 equals negative 6 plus b. I'm going to add 6 and get 9 equals b. Now I can write my equation. Y equals slope negative 3x. Always want an x and a y in my equation. Plus 9 is b. So then I have a nice equation for that. I'm going to do that every time. Every time I have 2 points, I'm going to solve for the slope, solve for b. All right, so let's look at number 10. It says write an equation of the line that passes through the given point and has the given slope. Here we are. We have a 3 and a 1. Slope is 2. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to use the y and the x. Y equals mx plus b. So y is 1 equals slope times the x. Don't forget, it always goes in this order, x and then y plus b. 1 equals 6 plus b minus 6 to get negative 5 equals b. I can write my equation. Y equals a negative, nope, that wasn't negative, that's just a 2. 2x minus 5. That's my equation. There's a whole bunch of those. And then 16 does the same thing, again with 2 points. 9 and negative 2, 4 and 3. I need slope, so I'm going to use the slope formula. Hopefully you have that memorized. 3 minus a negative 2. See what I did? Y minus y over 4 minus 9. That'll be 5 over negative 5, which is negative 1. That is my slope. And then I'm going to use one of my points to solve for b. In this case, I usually just go for the one that doesn't have negatives, but doesn't matter. They're equally good. Y equals mx plus b. Okay, this was a y and an x that went together from up here. And then I had my slope that I solved for. So 3 equals negative 4 plus b. Add 4. I get 7 equals b. Let's write the equation. Y equals negative 1 x plus 7. All right, that seems to be the meat and potatoes of this lesson. So I'll let you go practice it and see if you can.
Did I drop something?